Today, an ASIC endorsed scam hidden in plain sight. Hello again, it's Martin North from Digital Finance Analytics, one that is post covering finance and prop news with a distinctively Australian flavour. Well, today I want to take you through a scam that I've noticed, which I find extremely frustrating and which actually I think ASIC is partly responsible for. And it's relating to the renewal of business names. Now, in Australia, if you are running a business, you need to get a business name, and that comes from ASIC. And you can get a business name for 1 year or 3 years, and then you have to renew it if you want to continue trading. Well, my business name, Digital Finance Analytics, is no exception. And in fact, if you do a query on the ASIC website relating to the business name, you get this information. Digital Finance Analytics was registered on the 10th of April 2014, and it's next renewable on the 10th of April 2023. And it gives the information of the holder and other information. Now, interestingly, of course, when it comes to renewal, there's now a scam. And it's a scam that is disgraceful because unless you are fully across it, you could easily get caught by it. So let's just look at what ASIC says about renewing business names. This is from their website. They say that you can find details in the fees we charge for business names, and you've got to make sure that payment is made within 10 business days of the application being approved. And the fees are for registering a business name, $39 for 1 year or $92 for 3 years. For renewing a business name, $39 for 1 year and $92 for 3 years. Now remember those numbers. $39 for 1 year, $92 for 3 years. We'll discuss separately whether we think we get valued from that. I can't say I get any value at all from ASIC, but hey, can't do much about that. But those numbers are quite important because there are also a series of private operators. And those private operators, the service providers as they call them, are also able to offer to renew your business name. And this is what ASIC says about that. They say, private service providers, you might receive a notice from a private service provider offering to assist with your business name renewal. This could be an accountant, solicitor, or other type of business that provides a service by using our online services to renew a business name on your behalf. Using a private service provider is optional, and if you choose to utilize their services, they will usually charge a fee beyond what we would charge. Even if a private service provider contacts you, you can still transact directly with us online for your business name. So there is this alternative route, which essentially is a scam, in my view, provided by these private service providers. And yes, sure, you can go direct to ASIC, and the process on the ASIC website is reasonable. They send you a reminder 1 month prior to when your business name renewal comes up. So it should be straightforward, except that these private service providers, pesky creatures that they are, have started to send me renewal reminders. Now, there's an interesting point that ASIC says that there are some rules that these private service providers should follow. And here they are. Firstly, they can send you a letter in the mail offering to renew your business name within 2 months of your expiry date. And they can collect payment from you for a renewal fee within 2 months of your business name expiry date. They can collect payment from you for unpaid renewal periods, and they can receive your record of registration only if you consent to change your contact information, and you can change your contact information on the ASIC records only if you consent. But they cannot send you a letter in the mail offering to renew your business name earlier than 2 months before your expiry date, contact you by email unless you have already given your consent, collect payment from you for a business name renewal fee earlier than 2 months before the business name expiry date, and collect payment for fees from you without explaining what the fees are for. And by the way, they can't also refuse to give you your ASIC key. And there is a complaints process that if you have an issue with a PSP, then you can actually first contact them. And if you don't get any success there, you can actually go and contact ASIC. So ASIC, therefore, is fully aware that these operators exist. And now I want to take you through some of the communications that I've received from these operators. I've masked out some of the personal information that they also provide, simply because I think it probably is wise to do that in the show here. So let's look at the first one. This is from a company called Registration Proprietary Limited in George Street in Sydney. And it was sent to me just the other day. And it's interesting that they say that my business name is due to be renewed, wait for it, on the 11th of March 2023. So that's a month earlier than the official renewal date. And then they offer a discount of $10, whoopee, for the 11th of January. And they actually provide a discount code to do that. So it all sounds cool, get in early, you can save some money. But then the next point is, not only is it 1 month early, and remember, they shouldn't be writing to me until 2 months prior to the renewal date, according to the ASIC rules. But this is the amazing thing. The renewal fee for a year is $99, including GST, but the 3-year one is $63 per year. Multiply that by 3, and that is massively more expensive than going direct to ASIC. And they also offer, of course, you to set up an auto renewal. So not only do you pay through the nose on the first day when you renew, but subsequently when you renew again. And they include a reference number to register and all those things, and they can take payments from various sources. And there's a little thing at the bottom which says that the Registration Proprietary Limited is a third-party business name renewal service provider. We are independent of ASIC. This is not a bill. You do not have to pay any money. And they refer to some full terms and conditions at reg.com.au. And if you go through them, you'll see there's a lot of additional information, but basically they skirt around what they're actually doing. But the bottom line is, if you were to settle this bill, 1, it would be much earlier than you should be, and 2, you'd be paying a lot more. But there's more. A few weeks ago, I got this, actually on the 28th of November, from another one, Online Business Registration. This is not a letter from ASIC. OBR is a private business registration services provider, it says, and this one is actually based in Kellyville. And it basically says you can renew the following business name online and visit the website, etc., etc., etc. Now, it doesn't actually give you any information there about what the prices will be, but the fact of the matter is they've contacted me way earlier. The renewal period, they say, commences on the 12th of March 2023. Well, don't quite know how they calculate that. It's the 11th of April, of course, when the renewal is due. And they go on to say it's not provided by ASIC, and they refer us to the ASIC website where there's information about the business name renewal. And here's another one. This is from a Registry Australia proprietary, this time from Collins Street in Melbourne. And once again, they say, you've got the chance to renew your business name, which expires on the 10th of April 2023. So at least they've got the date right. And their fees to renew your business with Registry Australia, it's $99 for 1 year or $189 for 3 years, which is $63 a year. And they're then talking about the online portal that they've got. You can protect your brand name. We are one of Australia's leading and most reliable business registration service providers, blah, blah, blah. Premium Australian-based phone and email support, etc., etc. Money-back guarantee. And frankly, it's another scam. And of course, you can then go and renew online or by phone. And they say business names cannot be renewed earlier than 30 days before the expiry date. If paid earlier, the renewal process will automatically start on the 11th of March. So another scam. If you're not careful, you can end up paying sooner, and etc. And then they have a little thing at the bottom. This is not a renewal notice issued by ASIC. Registry Australia is a third-party provider of business names. This is not a bill. You're not required to pay any money. Opt out, and they give you an opt-out address. So there's 2 points to make, I think. The first is this. If you get one of these requests to pay from one of these third-party operators, you will be paying more than going direct to ASIC. And frankly, the ASIC website's pretty simple to use and pretty straightforward, and they will write to you a month before the name is due. But the second point, and this is the one that I think is disgraceful, that ASIC actually is allowing this process to continue. They actually on their website talk about these third-party operators, and they've got these sort of vague rules. But you see here that all of these letters came in way early compared with when they should be coming in, and they're charging a huge premium on what is the standard fee. So if you are a busy business owner and you're running around like a man-thing, like most business owners are, take it from me, I know about that, then you could be misled. And ultimately you could end up paying a lot more than you should be paying for your renewal registration. And I guess the point I've got to make here is that ASIC is complicit. If they were clearer about the rules and regulations, or if they enforced the rules and regulations, this wouldn't be happening in the same way. But no, of course, it's another example of where ASIC is on the side of these sorts of businesses. Of course, people are making money from this. And I'm afraid it's a disgraceful case study again of ASIC's failure. So I'd love ASIC to explain to me how come they allow it to happen. And I'd love these registry operators to try and justify the unjustifiable. They're writing earlier than they should. They're charging a huge markup on the ASIC renewal fee. And of course, they have this quasi sense of official, although, of course, they're nothing to do with ASIC. Another example of a scam, another disgrace. I'm Martin North from Digital Finance Analytics. Many thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.